riddle me this. Why's John so happy?
Who's John?
The guy with the bag.
What bag?
The bag with the Glee.
Oh, you mean in our film Glee?
Exactly. John's got a bag full of Glee.
Wait, he's got Glee in that bag?
That's what I said.
You said he had a bag, you never said what was in it.
Glee.
The emotion or the TV show?
This was 2004, Ron. Long before singing teens took over primetime. I'm talking pure, radiant, paper-bagged happiness.
So everyone wants this bag.
They need the bag. They chase the bag. They tackle, scream, and lose their minds over it.
That sounds less like Glee and more like Black Friday.
Exactly. It's like consumer joy meets emotional meltdown. And by the end, boom! Everybody's glowing, smiling, holding their own paper bag.
So the Glee spreads.
Like a contagious emotion. Or a pyramid scheme of happiness.
And we called it Glee?
Yep. Before Glee was Glee. We were pre-Glee.
So technically, we invented happiness.
Pretty much. In 48 hours.
Of course we did.
This is Made in 48. And today we're talking about the film that proved joy might just fit into a paper bag. Glee. Hello, Weird Cup of Meat. Coming back to you. 34 years, made in 48 hours at a time. So.
Last I checked, it was 25 and not 34, but.
Yeah, 34 films. All right, I guess I should start again, huh?
No.
Just keep going.
No, keep going.
All right.
Keep going.
So, Merry Christmas to y'all. No. Anyway, welcome back. This is Cup of Meat back at you. 25 years, 48 hours at a time. I think last week we chatted about the concepts of what.
Actually, hold up. I think I should read this to you. It's. I didn't want to put a downer on it, but I think it's important that you know. So I got this letter, in the email the other day. It's from a lawyer. So, I'll read it. To whom it may concern, this firm represents South Park Studios, LLC. It's come to our attention that on December 1st, episode of your podcast included statements claiming or implying that Cup of Meat Productions invented the television series South Park.
Fair.
Please be advised that this is false and constitutes unauthorized misrepresentation of ownership and creative origin. South Park is the exclusive intellectual property of its creators Trey Parker, Matt Stone, and South Park Studios LLC. Failure to comply with this result in further legal actions, yada, 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 yada. Signed, Harrison and Dobb, LLP. So, I think it's important for me to just say that was a joke. In no means did I try to imply or take any real credit for the creation of South Park. So,
and I also didn't in any way suggest that South Park was not the sole creation of Trey and Matt in any way whatsoever, and will cease and or desist.
Now, I think it's also very important to put in here that Eric put me up to that statement. He's been abusive during the production of most of this podcast. I felt obligated to say it. I felt like if I didn't, I would be harmed in some way. So, not shirking my responsibility here. I'm just making sure it's very clear.
All right. So that was 2004. We had both moved into New Jersey, South Orange, not long before this. While it wasn't our first film there, it was our first big film there. And we talked about how we have our big films and our simple films. This one was a big film.
This was the biggest.
And it biggest in size of cast, and it also was complicated for us at the time. It added elements into it that we'd never done before. It certainly brought us down a pathway. Good sound, really working on some special effects. Lots of really interesting things. Well, we'll let you see the film in a moment. I don't want to talk too much about it.
So what you're saying is we invented South Park.
No, I was telling him to his face. He looks at me again like that, I'm calling his wife. He told me, calm down. But you know what he's like. Please. And have you smelled his breath?
He's such an asshole. I don't know how you stomach working there. They're all such assholes. Hey, John! Why can't he use the doorbell like everybody else? You know, he and that Montclair girl broke up.
Oh, sure, they break up and we get stuck with him. Why couldn't we have gotten Maureen? At least she knows how to keep a house clean.
Was Maureen the housekeeper?
Yes.
The required character?
Yes, that is correct. Maureen, the housekeeper, was a housekeeper or a cleaner or something, was the required character. That's it.
Talking about rules and the way rules are interpreted. Years later, we would do a film called Goldilocks and the blah, 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 where we had the required character on the phone with somebody. The person says their name and has a conversation. And we were disqualified because we never showed the character.
Or heard them, right?
Yes, or heard them. Which means you go back to this film where...
And we would have been disqualified too.
The character never appears, never has any agency in the story. We would have been automatically disqualified.
We would have been. We had to learn a lot, you know. Plus the 48-hour film project, they learned a lot as they went on about, you know, what did it mean, right? You can't start something up. It had only been a couple of years in, and they were figuring it out. So
I don't know that in these early days, they even had the rules written on a website somewhere.
That's probably true. Everything was in person, right? You got your thing in person. They had a list in person. These are 2004, right? This is not like today where everything is online.
Though I've got to say, trying to find what you want on their website is still a challenge.
John, honey, how are you holding up?
Boy, we're so worried about you. You know, we thought you guys made a great couple. So tell us, how are you doing?
So, you're okay. Okay. What the fuck is he so happy about?
God, he's such an asshole. And what is up with that bag?
I know.
Watch it! Dude, you're late.
Jay Biddle.
Yep.
In the early days, he was definitely one of our go-to actors.
That's true. He and I did a show or two at the Village Light of Opera Guild of New York, and he was certainly excited and willing. His wife at the time, Jen Biddle, was also one of our go-tos. They were excited about doing this and would come out, take the train out to do, even though I moved out of New York and to short hop, skip, and a jump out to New Jersey. But they were there. Yeah, Jay you'll see in a bunch of other films, as will you see Jen as well. Jay was what we'd call game to do anything. It was awesome. He was a lot of fun.
Jay was a lot of fun to have on set. He was always upbeat. He was always, like you said, willing to do whatever we wanted him to do. So it was really fun.
Don't cost me this game, bitch.
You're gonna lose this game anyway.
Watch this.
Ah,
Damn.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Go.
No. You watch.
Bitch, be cool. Yes. Oh.
What stands out to me from this film, and what I have vague memories of, is how much cursing is in this film.
So much.
And
so much cursing is in there.
And I don't know why. And every time I listen to it, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of cursing in this film.
Not only that, but it's almost redundant. Yeah, like she's like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" You know.
Oh, it's
Fuck,
the
fuck,
line.
fuck.
The line that always triggers me to remember it is Michelle in the line talking about the asshole,
Yeah.
and it's like asshole, asshole, asshole. And I don't know if I had watched some movie where there was a lot of cursing. Maybe we watched a Tarantino film, and because
think
Linda
that
wrote this
shows
one.
later. Yeah.
And
There's
Linda,
a little Tarantino moment in this later.
What are you so happy about?
Yeah, what's going on? Get in that bag.
Yeah, man, did you take Montclair's tits with you when she left?
Hey, can I get Maureen's number? I could really use a good housekeeper to come clean my pipes.
No, seriously. Why are you so happy? What the fuck's in the fucking bag?
so the concept of the paper bag and it being the receptacle of ultimate joy
That's right.
is another one of those concepts that is lost to time. That was likely we likely came up with it in an Indian restaurant in Manhattan.
Almost guaranteed we did. And I think that came out of the concept. I think you had an idea about shooting out of a paper bag is what I think you wanted to go from inside to shooting out. I think that was one of your things. And that translated into, well, I won't give it away what the Glee was. And then another Tarantino.
But the prop was
tie-in.
not the paper bag.
What was the prop?
I don't know. I'm going with the prop was not the paper bag. I don't think we knew because
Okay.
it makes it better for the alternate history that is Cup of Meat Productions and this podcast.
Right. Good.
Look, bitch, I can't take much more of this. Show me what's in the goddamn bag, or consider this your final warning.
Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo.
It's funny to watch that was the inspiration.
Absolutely. This was all Scooby-Doo.
It's Scooby-Doo. It's the Monkees. It's every crappy kids comedy show. This was the scene.
Yep. It's the chase scene, the chase sequence. And you want to go on?
And it's interesting, when they did it, it was a joke. It was a legitimate joke they were putting in their show. Anytime it's done now, it's done as a comedic reference to that.
Sure. Absolutely. In fact, even back then, I think it was a comedic reference to that, even though it was recent.
It would be fascinating. Maybe this podcast needs to do an investigation. What was the first time this gag was ever used? Is it vaudeville? Couldn't be.
Couldn't be. You need to
Right?
be able to have the camera.
It's got to be the
stop them.
film.
Yeah.
So was there a silent film that did it? Did it have to wait until television? Who was the first writer to ever come up with the idea of, we want to do a chase scene, but chase scenes are boring. So let's put them in fast forward, and we only have a tiny set with 3 doors, so we're just going to have them chase each other down the hall and come in and out of other doors, and then we're going to have funny gags.
I'm so glad we finally got a chance to be alone together. You know, I've always wanted to spend more quality time with you, John. You must be very, very lonely, and I would love to make you feel so much better. So how about it? I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
This is the closest we've ever gotten to nudity
Or sex.
in any of our films.
Yeah.
We are 2 white, old, repressed white men.
Yeah, something like that. Some reason in those close enough.
Lisa Hokins, we'll talk about much more in future films, was up for anything. I still don't know whether or not she flashed Jay in that shot.
I know she didn't, but it's all good. It doesn't matter. She did.
But this is, I think, the closest. This is the only implied nudity in any of our films.
I believe that's true.
Fuck you and your bag!
As I said, the largest cast we ever had in any of our films.
Yep.
You got us an angry mob.
I did. I had recently started working with a New Jersey theater company called The Strollers, and a call went out to a guy named Jerry Ryan, who we talked about already, who then assembled, who said, hey, I can do a whole lot of stuff, and I called a bunch of people I knew as well, and I think, what did we get, like 15 people just show up to do the angry mob, plus the main characters? It was great. It was great.
Okay, if you really want it, I'll show it to you.
The shot out the paper bag,
Yes.
which may indeed have been the inciting incident for this film.
Yeah. This is my favorite shot in the whole movie. This is so beautiful. And the looks on these actors' faces just perfectly encapsulated what we were going for. It's just every time I get to this point, I'm like, this is it. This is the shot. I know you'll have more to say on this one.
My memory of this film is the first time experiencing an emotional connection to the editing process, where the visuals and the music come together and create more than the sum of their parts. We are not good filmmakers. I'm sorry to break that to you.
Nah, I knew it already. I just didn't want to tell you.
But we have moments in our films that are perfection.
Yeah.
That every time that little something hits, it's just like, wow. That's the art.
That's the art. Yeah.
It's the
so true.
combination of these amazing actors, great music, By the way, shout out, this is a song by a band that I'm sure is long gone called Dewey Decibel that Linda, my sister-in-law, connected us with. The connection of the people, the music, the visuals, putting it together, that montage. It's something pretty cool.
Autumn will turn to winter, colors drifting by. Out on the sidewalk, faces rushing so they'll be on time. People with irritation etched into their minds. People who can't stand the sight of you. Have a nice day, please don't take it wrong. Have a nice day, please don't take it wrong. Have a nice day, please don't take it wrong. November winds descending gently on your mind. Bicycles turning corners, lose control, it happens all the time. Angry civilians more than happy to oblige. Don't take it personal when I say, have a nice day, please don't take it wrong. Have a nice day, I'd hope to live that long.
Well, after a while, the washer starts to harden, you see, which creates a crappy seal on the valve seat, that little metal part that the washer squeezes down on.
You know, it was our anniversary yesterday.
The German closings, obviously, you couldn't pull off.
Clearly, nor did I think I could.
Clearly, you couldn't rise to the occasion.
Oh, no, I failed you. And everyone. I failed everyone, not just you.
So, no. So we're going to do, I want to keep it a little more simple. I think it's still important for you to do the ending.
Oh.
But I think we're going to keep it a little more rudimentary.
Oh, exciting.
No accents. No need for you to use your delicate little brain. Okay? You're just going to do the ending without using the letter E.
Am I? I think cup 24. I am not good at this, but I think I can say good. So long. I didn't use the letter E, but I certainly didn't do a great job of it.